Peak captured lightning in a bottle with its wild physics and friendship-testing gameplay, but it's far from the only indie game to master this kind of chaotic charm. Today, we're looking at 10 titles that tap into that same energy, each offering its own unique spin on two-player pandemonium. But before we get started, make sure you check out my podcast, Indie Game Arcade, for updates on all the latest and greatest indie games 2 times a week. Starting us off is a game that turns teamwork into a tug-of-war. In Shift Happens, developed by Clonk Games, you control 2 blobby characters, Bismo and Plum, who share the ability to shift their size and mass back and forth. But here's the catch. Only one player can be big at a time, and that size affects everything from puzzle solutions to platforming physics. Released in 2017, this one's full of smart level design that forces you to cooperate, communicate, and, more often than not, laugh when it all goes sideways. At number 9 and released in May 2023 by Sandcastle Studio, Bread and Fred is an adorable snow-covered platformer that straps you and your partner together with rope. And no safety net. You play as 2 pixelated penguins climbing slippery cliffs, relying on physics, timing, and a lot of yelling. What makes it shine is how unforgiving it can be. Every jump, swing, or mistake is on both of you. The game has grown a loyal fan base thanks to its Twitch-worthy fail moments and tight co-op mechanics. Don't let the minimalist graphics here fool you. Pico Park, developed by Pico Park, is one of the most demanding co-op games out there. Originally released in 2016, this game supports 2 to 10 players navigating compact puzzle levels that require absolute precision and groupthink. Each level has a simple rule, like shared keys or synced movement, but executing those rules with multiple people is another story. Its recent sequel offers even more of the same brilliant design, keeping the momentum going for fans of coordinated chaos. Launched in June 2024 by Anagar Games, Chained Together literally binds players together as they scale a vertical hellscape of traps, gaps, and slippery slopes. The premise is still pretty simple. You're tethered, and if one falls, everyone risks going down with them. But what elevates this game is the intense sense of cooperation it demands, with every movement affecting your partner's stability. It's high-stakes platforming with just enough absurdity to keep things fun, even when you're tumbling all the way back to square one. Biped from Next Studios puts 2 adorable robots, Aku and Scylla, on a mission across a series of cleverly designed levels. The trick? Each robot's legs are controlled independently, so walking, climbing, and even standing still requires coordination. Released in 2020, this game blends charming visuals with deceptively tricky challenges, especially when the environment throws in moving platforms or cooperative puzzles. It's both wholesome and maddening, especially if you and your partner have trouble walking in sync. If you're like me and you've wondered what it's like to control a mutated meat puppet with floppy arms and a fragile grip, well, Struggling has you covered. Created by Chasing Rats Games and released in 2020, this is one of the weirdest and most original co-op platformers in the genre. Each player controls one arm of a grotesque experimental creature, navigating grimy environments filled with rotating blades, lava pits, and other hazards that feel like they belong in a fever dream. It's gross, it's hilarious, and it's surprisingly thoughtful in how it forces players to, well, struggle together. At number 4, we have Super Bunny Man, developed by Biped, which finally launched out of early access in 2023, and it's every bit as chaotic as its cult following had hoped. You and your partner play as floppy bunnies, tackling side-scrolling levels filled with spikes, traps, and rotating saws, all while dealing with intentionally awkward physics. Jumping, rolling, and throwing each other is more of an art here than a science, and the game thrives on the kind of unpredictable outcomes that come out of friends desperately trying not to sabotage each other. In PHOGS by Bitloom Games, you play as a 2-headed dog connected by a stretchy body, navigating surreal worlds full of puzzles, levers, and bouncing fruit. Whether you're playing solo or with a friend, the experience is built entirely around cooperation. Both heads must coordinate to move, bite, or stretch to solve each obstacle. Released in 2020, the game's pastel aesthetic and gentle tone make it deceptively calm. But don't be fooled. Behind all the cuteness lies a brain-bending cooperative platformer. At number 2, we have Heave Ho by Le Cartel Studio and published by Devolver Digital in 2019. And this game drops you and your friends into a bottomless pit of limb-flailing madness. Each player controls a stretchy-armed creature using only their grip and momentum to swing across chasms, toss each other, and cling for dear life. With only 2 arms and a dream, cooperation is the name of the game. But so is yelling when your friend lets go at the wrong moment, making Heave Ho fast, funny, and endlessly replayable. And topping the list is Human Fall Flat, developed by No Breaks Games and released in 2016. This now iconic physics platformer lets players control rubbery human avatars, navigating surreal, dreamlike environments filled with levers, pulleys, and chaotic puzzle opportunities. Its open-ended approach encourages creative problem-solving, with hilarious results when the solutions go off the rails. The game has enjoyed years of updates and a vibrant modding community. And with Human Fall Flat 2 set to release this year, the future of clumsy co-op is looking just as bright. And just as ridiculous. So whether you're tethered by a rope, juggling each other's limbs, or attempting the world's most awkward bunny hop, these indie games prove there's endless fun and shared frustration. Peak may have led the charge recently, but every title on this list brings its own flavor of controlled chaos and unforgettable co-op moments. Which one are you jumping into next? And did we miss your favorite physics-based disaster piece? Let us know in the comments below. And if you did like this video, throw us a like, a share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.